The first one we want to sort of discuss is from Levi Lawrence, who gave us a cracking one last week to chat about. The post was on Solar Cutters Working Together. I'll just read it out here. I love Clenergy gear, but have had this dilemma for a while now. How is everyone moving universals once they've been set? So obviously referring to the universal mids and ends. Is that a common issue that's come up there from Sean, from your side of things, as well as Jack the retailer? How have you found that?
I think I'm just looking at this image. So is this like, I think I remember reading through this one, and I'm pretty sure that the issue was that they'd installed this already as a mid clamp, and then they were basically trying to like take a panel up or something, right? So they undid it and then trying to remove the clamp from the rail. Is that what you got from this, Costa? Have you read this, the comments on this one yet, Costa, or you just looked at the
I have,
pictures?
but like it wasn't.
I've read the comments.
I wouldn't say it's fresh.
A lot of
memory,
mixed thoughts there.
Yeah, I feel like the main thing that they would, I mean, you can see there that it looks like the earth clamp is twisted around, basically. I
think he was looking for an easier way to get them out once they've been set, because usually they just slide in while they slide across the rail into position. Yeah, no, look, just a bit of just some pliers and some brute force really is a way to get those things out. Credit to Lee Naylor there, who also said pliers.
Yeah, you can do a lot with pliers, you know.
If it was a fixed mid, would it have been a lot easier? Or
yeah, it would. When you tighten up those universal clamps, obviously the bolt, you know, drops down inside the extrusion, which is the part that grabs onto the rail and pushes that out. And I guess after time, you know, it creates like a pretty firm hold. So, but you know, I have to confess, I haven't been up on a roof and tried to uninstall one of these things, but you know, we've had a lot of comments back from the guys who have, and yeah, it just takes a little bit of force sometimes, I think.
Because not everyone's completely into the universal clamp. Some of them still prefer to use the fixed clamps. Like, is it pretty much installer preference you're finding, or is there reasons why someone might use a universal in one situation and fixed for another? Or
well, the first thing you have to address is people just want to do what they've already been doing, right? I mean, that's generally the case. So you can, when you release new products like the universal clamp, for example, the uptake was relatively slow in the beginning, but you know, it's now one of our, I think it's our 8th or 9th best selling item out of all the items that we sell.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's, you know, it takes a bit of time. The benefits of it are really that, you know, we've tried to basically make it so you don't need to go out and get every different type of clamp or have multiple different size clamps in your car, or get stuck on a job and you need to go back to a wholesaler to pick up a couple of end clamps or something. And even more so important is now that, you know, with the panels, the panel thickness reducing, you know, I think Jinko went down to 30 mil recently, and off the back of that, there's been huge drive now to get stock of like the 30 mil end clamps or 28 mil end clamps, or so we've had a lot of people, a lot of customers or wholesalers come to us for those, and so, you know, with this product, you don't need to worry about that, which is really the benefit of it.
Jack, do you guys use as a retailer universals, or are you still using fixed clamps for your jobs?
We still use the fixed. You still use the fixed clamp. As Sean was saying, you know, once installers get used to using one product, it's sort of, you know, hard to move away. And obviously our installers, I mean, they rock up to the warehouse, all the pallets are sort of pre-packed, ready to go. So sort of whatever the warehouse sort of puts in the boxes.
Yeah.
But there's a comment here, Sean, that we might want to add to the sprint, maybe. Only gripe is that the edges should be cut away, is not to shade the panel at all. So it sounds like the top hangs over a little bit onto the actual module. And the legend that is Matt Hines, he agreed and said the top could do a bit of a redesign to make it the perfect mid clamp. So you've already got a fan here. He's just after a bit of a redesign.
Well, have you seen what Heinze posted? The image?
Yeah, he's also done one. He's also made one himself. So
Yeah. This is already actually, I was speaking to Ivan the other day, and we were going through this post, and he actually did put this on the list of things that we're going to raise at the upcoming stakeholders meetings. So who knows?
That'll
This
be
could
something.
this could be a new product before long, Heinze.
Well, don't release a whole new SKU or anything. Just just amend the one that you've already. Because then you have this knock-on effect with the wholesalers, as we talked about.
Yeah, but then
Clenergy.
yeah, okay. So yeah, but well, look, we can do
No.
that, but you amend the universal clamp, and then it's no longer universal as far as a mid and an end clamp goes. It's just a mid clamp now, right?
It's easy from our perspective, obviously, as well as the wholesaler. Like, you don't want to be carrying a million SKUs, especially with the framing, like with so many.
Oh,
flipping
is he
variations.
saying just to use that universal as a mid?
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
yeah, because he's just put the normal mid clamp head on top.
Ah,
of it.
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. Just got that.
But hey, I
It's
mean,
not
look,
really universal.
yeah, that's another issue. So how many different items do you release? Ultimately, it's. I don't have the answer to that question. That's why we really put it back on the Clenergy stakeholders now and just ask them to basically vote. So I can blame Longy now. Longy's a stakeholder. Any problems moving forward? It's because Longy has or has not voted on something. So
they forgot to mention something. And now they've thrown you under the bus with the 4.4 rail in the same post. Jeez.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Rough day in the office.
What was the
non-anodized 4.4 rail can be a pain.
Okay, yeah, because obviously the anodization can allow the clamp to. I mean, but that's a different thing, really. As far as the clamp sliding into place, yeah, that will make a difference with the anodization compared to a mill finish. But yeah, this particular post I think was more about how do you get these things out once they've been in for a while. So,
well, I think the positive is this is the showcasing the fact that Clenergy do actively look at this page, the page in question, the solid cutters working together, and you do actively take mostly negative feedback. But then you release, an amendment to the product turns into a bit of a positive. I don't see many other companies, being so proactive with their approach, for product development.
The negative feedback, that's the gold. That's
we don't want positive feedback, I guess. You don't toot your own horn too much, but
no, that's right. It's just embarrassing whenever you get a compliment these days.
Oh, here you go.
I don't get compliments.
This is one of the main reasons I don't use Clenergy. Good comment. No likes there. I love these clamps. Great.
That's good. So there's a mix there.
It's a mixed bag of hate and positivity, and then there's a Nick Cage GIF, I think, whatever you call them. Might like that one. And then Ivan here has posted the supply partners video. I'll screenshot of the video. So you're getting a bit of everything here. So
Ivan Ross Gomez, that's the man from Clenergy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling the viewers just so they know who Ivan is.
The unsung hero.
So is Clenergy going to make a formal response to Levi Lawrence here? Or not?
I mean, I feel like the response has been kind of delivered from. I mean, really, we can as a supplier, we can say, oh, this is what we suggest you do, and I can add it to the installation guide. That's not a problem. But the best feedback is the guys on the ground every day using these things, and that's the beauty of this platform, right?
Yeah.
And we're just bringing those issues to light, which is the purpose of us doing these videos.
And we do. I mean, if it's something that we think needs to be added to an install guide, like you've got to make a decision once again. It's like adding a new product to the product range, adding something, a clarification on an install guide. And the next thing you know, the install guide is, 100,000 pages, not 100,000, but let's say 100 pages long.
May as well be.
And no one wants to read it anymore. So, and then next thing you know, they're complaining that the install guide's too long. So,
but no one reads the effing manual anyway. So
don't they? I thought it was a good read.
that what you're reading in your other job?
Maybe we need to turn it into like a comic book or something, so it's a little bit more
A graphic novel.
you know, a graphic novel. Eh?
That's actually not a bad idea. I'll raise that on the sprint. I'll derail the entire sprint. And
I don't have a vote, but if I
we'll
did,
shift all the resources over to this graphic novel, and we'll make your old man Mario really proud.
I'm gonna have to hire a comic artist now on staff just to redo all the install guides.
I reckon that's great. No one reads the manual; they're draining. But most people ask me for stuff that's in the manual, and I don't read it. I just ask, you or Ivan, and they just send me the extract from the manual. No one likes being sent the manual. People like getting the extract. That's why in manuals, I usually go Control F, and I obviously I keyword it, and then it's always strangely just missing that right nugget of information too. So I end up asking someone like you anyway. That's what really annoys me.
Yeah,
but I raise that in the sprint.
Brings you closer together.
Yeah,
there's always something missing from the manual.
I'm actually in a lot of support for that idea. I like it.
Graphic novel,
Okay.
right? Moving
The
on.
marketing team is going to hate that comment, by the way. But
Sounds good. That's a good wrap up of that one there.
Mm-hmm.